This is just a quick look at my high-tech single-speed off-road gravel bike. I actually did this while I was testing my DJI Neo drone. Therefore, the quality isn't really as good as I would like, but yeah, it is what it is, and I'll add a few notes on the Neo at the end of the video. Just thought to make a quick little video of one of my other projects. This is a high-tech mountain bike, a touring mountain bike, originally made to have a roll-off hub and a Gates belt drive. So it's actually got a split in it, so it's possible to run a belt drive with it. And the reason I got this bike was just because of that. It was already a single speed. It had another fork and some other equipment, but I actually did want to have a Gates drive single speed. Now, I haven't converted this to a Gates drive as yet because I wanted to find out what gearing I'm going to use, and I'm experimenting with gearing, and it's a lot easier to experiment and get the gearing I want with the with chain drive. Naturally, it would be nice to get hold of a roll-off hub and fit that, but it's pretty expensive, and I did really want to make a bike packing off-road single speed, which is what this turned out to be. I've also replaced the original Thor with a Lauf carbon fiber mountain bike fork. I got that with my other project, my other gravel single speed tourer that I built, and it was the wrong fit for that bike for a number of reasons. And it's actually a perfect fit on this bike. So it works quite well. It's lightweight, it's low maintenance, and it has just a little bit of travel, which is quite handy. It's just enough to make it sort of a little bit more comfortable. This is typically how I would kit the bike up for a shorter bike packing trip, an overnighter, 2 or 3 days. It's possible to go a bit longer if I want to. But this is basically meant to be a sort of a rough road bike and to go for like 3 or 4 days or something like that. I'd naturally have a bag here. I have the jack rack mounted. So far, I found that to be really, really nice to have. I will probably do a separate review on the jack rack. I've tried it on a few different bikes, but I've only really tried it around home, and I would like to try it on a proper trip before I do a proper review, so I will get back to you on that. I have my favorite frame bag, which you'll find a review on the site for, and I have a really nice tail bag that doesn't flop around too much. And this is basically a nice, simple sort of kit that I could run around with. I would probably complement this with a camelback or like a water reservoir in a backpack as well, so I could carry a bit of water. I mean, it's quite easy to put water here or on the rack at front, but I'd also like to have a water reservoir if I was about for a few days, so I could carry plenty of water. Yeah, extra pouches. I also have the orange Velo Crazy bars, which I really like. They are bent back a little bit. They're nice and wide, and they also have the horns to do travel when you just sort of relax and just covering distance. All in all, it is a really nice, lightweight, easy bike. It doesn't weigh much. I mean, hasn't got that much gear on it now, but even when it's packed, when it has a lot of gear on it, it's quite reasonable to ride around on. As a project, it has worked out quite well. Again, I'm not sure. This summer, it looks like I'll be doing more motorcycle touring than I will doing bike touring. And I have put this up for sale along with some of my other bikes, allowing serendipity to decide which bikes I keep or which projects I actually continue with and use on a trip. But I would like to do a shorter trip. There is a mountain bike rides or bike packing routes around the Stockholm area. Some of them are shorter and some of them are like just 1 day, but there are a couple of them that are 3 or 4 day trips, and I'd probably like to do one of those on this. At the moment, I've got some really slick city tires on it because I've been using it around the city, but I would probably need a rougher tire for that. Another option that I have that's quite handy is that because the fork is actually a 29-inch fork, I can quite easily put, and I do have like a 29-inch front wheel that I could put in, which would make the front wheel a little bit bigger, give it a bit better possibility of rolling over terrain, and probably make it just roll a little bit better. So that's an option that I always have.
all in all, it's a nice, handy little bike. I'm quite pleased with it. It's 27.5. I probably didn't say that. 27.5 wheels on it at the moment. But as I said, I could put a 29-inch front wheel on the front if I wanted to. I think it would be perfect for a shorter, up to about a week bikepacking trip. This would do absolutely perfectly. And could even go for a longer trip if I was just very careful with how and what I pack. All in all, nice, lightweight. Hopefully the single speed makes it very reliable. And I sort of hope that no one buys it, and I will be able to go for a trip during the summer on it.
I've been testing the DJI Neo drone for quite a while now, and I have some quite mixed feelings about it. I might do a more in-depth review and show some of the material I've used it together. But basically, it's a cheap, lightweight, easy to use drone. But there are a couple of problems. Basically, I don't think the quality of the drone is quite good enough. Actually, I'm quite disappointed in the basic quality that I get out of the drone when I use it. And there are not a lot of options of changing anything when you use it either. So it, quite disappointed in that actually. Apart from that, it could have been a great drone. The other thing is it's not very quick, which I suppose I shouldn't really expect that it should be too quick. I suppose it's expecting a bit much. But I would have liked it to have been able to follow me on the bike a bit better. As it is, I have to go quite slow on the bike. It would probably be a good option for just hiking and walking, but for bike packing, I think it's just a little bit too slow.